Hello guys, Joseph Reviews, and before we get into my Kong Skull Island review, I want to say that I have a new theme to my intro and outro. I could not find my other theme to outro. It was difficult to find. It wasn't on that one point, but I've now got a new one. It's heavy duty, so I hope you guys like that. And I'm changing things up a bit on my channel, but other than that, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. So let's talk Kong, shall we? Kong Skull Island stars Tom Hiddleston and Samuel Jackson, and this is the second film in this new cinematic franchise called MonsterVerse, which had Godzilla from 2014. I'll go what I think of Godzilla first, the 2014 movie. It's a pretty good movie, I would say, for what Gareth Edwards has directed, as he directed Rogue One, a Star Wars story, later on a few months ago, which came out. And it's a pretty well directed movie, some pretty good visual effects, and overall good movie for what I've seen. Yeah, and I wish there was something to add. I'll get reviewing this movie some time if for next Godzilla film, for when the next Godzilla film comes out, along with the classic Godzilla film for the fifth from the 50s. Yes, and Kong Skull Island is not a sequel to Peter Jackson's King Kong in 2005. This is in a different franchise. Now, since we've had a Godzilla film, which was the first one in the MonsterVerse, now we've got a King Kong movie, Kong Skull Island. I was very interested to see how they would go with this movie. I was interested how they would go in the direction for this franchise. You know, I heard that there's going to be casting in this, like Samuel Jackson, of course. Toby Kebbell, I think, is in this movie, yes. And Tom Hiddleston as well. So, pretty good cast, I would say. But does this movie live up? I'll go into what my favourite things in this movie were. King Kong in this movie, Kong Skull Island, was badass in this movie. He was great in every scene that I liked him in. Well, in the scenes that I thought he was good in, especially the action sequences, which I'll talk about in a minute. Samuel Jackson is a great actor. Even though there weren't that many humor things about this movie, because I'm not really of a laugher person, unless it's to do with like a superhero, or if it's to do with any of the actors that I'm into for any film in general. But Samuel Jackson, I thought was good in the movie. And then his character was quite good in this movie. Yeah. And then another guy, John Reilly, if that's his name, sorry. Again, guys, I've said this a million times, I'm terrible at spelling, my apologies. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy, Step Brothers, and Wreck-It Ralph. I thought he was actually pretty good in this movie, yeah. These were the only characters that I would say that I would care for in the movie. And not to mention the action sequences were good. The visuals are good. And the look of the movie was pretty good. Which leads me right into my negatives. Because I had huge high hopes for Kong Skull Island. Because I've been wanting a Godzilla vs King Kong movie, but we're not up to that yet. Until how the MonsterVerse franchise goes, I was very underwhelmed with Kong Skull Island. The characters in the movie I just thought were pretty bland. I mean, Tom Hiddleston was a good actor in the Marvel films, the Thor films, and the first Avengers film. There are some fun things in Kong Skull Island, but there's a lot of problems in this movie. The story, the story was just interesting, but there wasn't enough to explain what was going on in this movie. Tom Hiddleston's character, I thought he was fine in the movie, I would say, but I just didn't care for him much in this movie, to be honest. I just didn't really care for him much. I don't know why. And guys, the pacing in this movie, some pacing in this movie just drags so much in this movie. I just couldn't tell what was going on. I'm like, what's this? This is kind of like Jurassic Park a bit. Say, making it a Jurassic Island. Huh. Pretty sure that won't happen. Anyway. And the pacing, like I said, was just really off. And I couldn't get it, really. And Kong Skull Island, overall, for me, was just... It's an okay movie, I would say. But it's it's a pretty damn disappointing movie, I would say. Overall, guys, Kong Skull Island had a lot of hopes to look forward to. I like King Kong in this movie. He has a really awesome fight scene in this movie. The action sequences are good. The two characters in the movie are good. The rest of the other characters in this movie are just... And by the way, there's a post-credit scene which does give a hope for what's going to happen in the MonsterVerse franchise. But we'll see how the MonsterVerse franchise turns out to be, since I don't know how it's going to turn out. So yeah, guys, Kong Skull Island, the final act of the movie is fine. Some acts of this movie are just off in some places. On my rating scale, I'm going to give Kong Skull Island a 5 out of 10, simply because of a couple characters, King Kong, the action sequences. Other than that, nothing else saved the movie. Alrighty guys, that was my review on Kong Skull Island. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this movie, let me know below. And comment down below, let me know what your favourite King Kong movie is out of the King Kong movies, the 30s, the 70s, or Peter Jackson's 2005. Let me know below, I'm interested to know. And guys, I'm going to have my new film series, Fast and Furious. Look forward to that very soon. And as always, comment, like, and subscribe. All the links for my social medias are in the description below. And I will see you guys next next time, and peace.